Right. Well, it's Friday, November the 8th, 2024, and there's not exactly a lot of news going on. The trade deadline has passed, come and gone, and we've explored all of the topics related to that. So I said to myself, Frankie, we got to do a video on something no one else is thinking about. Something that even the Jet fans out there aren't even sure they want or need. What we need, that's right. It's a film study of Braiden McGregor, and we'll do that next.
Did you know that if you subscribe to this YouTube channel right now, you will get exclusive access to a drinking game called Hard Looks, where you can drink with fellow Jets fans every time head coach Jeff Ulbrich says hard look in a press conference? It's true. Click the subscribe button right now. Oh, please, baby, please.
All right. Well, why are we doing this, Frankie? Well, this is one of our young defenders, and maybe Jet fans have not really focused in on what Mr. McGregor has been doing. So I thought we would check it out. First thing you want to do. This is the last game he played, and this is what we're going to use to take a look at what he's up to. And you can see here, these are the PFF grades. So we use these to get an idea. How did these people think he played? Here he is, our eighth best defender against the Houston Texans. Only played 13 snaps, so it's going to be limited. This isn't going to be one of the Joe Blewett film breakdowns that go on for 5 or 6 hours and tell you every single nuance of everything they're doing. This is his left pinky; it's out of place. We're not going to be doing that, thank goodness. But we are going to take a look because he got an above average grade, 65.9, run defense above average, tackling above average, which for us is very nice, especially when you have people like Quinnen Williams and Javon Kinlaw with such poor grades in that area. And even his pass rush, which was supposed to be his strength, got the lowest grade of them all. So I thought, let's take a look. But he doesn't get, like a lot of defensive linemen, they don't pile up the stats necessarily, unless you're, Quinnen Williams and you're having an outstanding game. um, but for the most part, they don't. So you got to look at the film. After you look at the numbers, you say, oh, look at this guy. Maybe we should focus in, and maybe he's going to get a few more snaps over time, and maybe he could stick around and develop. Well, for that, you got to take a look at the film. So let's go and do that. Before we do that, this is a little something I'm cooking up. This will probably be a video later today. Look at these people. What are they doing? What's up with them? It's a little teaser. But nonetheless, let's go here now. As we are taking a look at defensive lineman as a scout, we put our scouting hat on, and we got to know what we're looking at. When a scout says the words critical factors, those are scouting words, and every scout knows that you got to look at critical factors. Now, there's 5 critical factors that are a part of any scouting evaluation for any position, no matter what. Those 5 things are athletic ability, competitive toughness, play strength, mental processing, otherwise known as football IQ, play speed. Those 5 things, any player, you're looking at those 5 things. Then there are position specific critical factors. In this case, for the defensive line, it's upfield burst, pass rush versus run, which means diagnose the run, leverage gap, neutralize blocks, use of hands, and pursuit, which is also alternatively called the motor or effort, or we call it strain on the Jets. And you can also look at how they do with stunts and twists. Those are the critical factors involved with defensive linemen. Now we have 12 plays here for Mr. McGregor. He's number 91. This first play, it's 1st and 10, first quarter, 6:23 left at the Houston 13-yard line. He's aligned as the right defensive end down here. And the Jets are in a 4-3 against 11 personnel. Interestingly, when they go 11, we usually go nickel. In this situation, though, they went 11, we went base. We know that because here's your linebackers, Iguavin, Sherwood, and Quincy. Not Surratt and not CJ. Iguavin played in this game. It's kind of a miracle that we won this game, to be honest with you. Nonetheless, the Texans are in a 3-by-1 This is a tight end, 3-1. And this is a run play. So let's see how Mr. McGregor does it. So you can see there he's taking the outside shoulder of Tunsil. Now he's going against a 78, who is Laramie Tunsil on the left tackle of the offense, right side of the defense, left side of the offense. And he's one of the better tackles in football. So this is not a tomato can like we have in the preseason and things of that nature. This is a real guy. And so, this is a real evaluation, I think, of McGregor. Now he tries to take the outside shoulder and kind of does, and then is about it. So I would grade that as a neutral. There's different ways to grade. The way I look at it, it's either a positive, a negative, or a neutral. A lot of plays that you watch, the guy doesn't do much. So you give him a neutral. He didn't do something bad. He didn't do something great. You give him a neutral. All right, second play. This is first quarter. 5:44 left at the Houston 20, second and 3. He's aligned as a right defensive end. The Jets are in our base. 3 linebackers on the field. However, the Texans are in 12 personnel this time, so you would expect our base against 12. And we're in a 2-by-2 formation. This is going to be another run play here. It says bites hard inside, flushed out of play. So he bites hard inside, and maybe he shouldn't have done that. Now, you look at it, the guy got to the outside. I think this is Mixon. Doesn't matter. Well, it's Mixon. And so you wonder why he crashes in. Now, this could be coaching, could be scheme. On the other one, he was hanging out outside. This time he crashes down in, and maybe he was supposed to do that, you see? And maybe these linebackers are supposed to fill out here. Well, if that's the case, poor job by us. Look at this, and good job by the Texans. Look at this blocking. Excellent. Even this wide receiver out here. Nice job on a linebacker. Nice job. So, and DJ Reed got hurt on this play, unfortunately. But that's a sort of thing where, I would grade him as neutral, but I would also say, hey, he didn't exactly get blown off the ball there. So showing some decent play strength, in other words. And in that case, it looked like he was supposed to crash down because that's what he immediately did upon snap. So it's hard for me to say, well, he didn't hold the edge. Well, it looked like the linebackers were supposed to flow to the edge. And then they got blocked. No bueno on our part, and good job by the Texans. So the Texans won that rep, obviously. All right, this is the third play that we're evaluating. First quarter, 5:23 left. At the ball is at the Houston 12-yard line. It's second and 11. He's aligned as a right defensive end. He mostly does line up on the right, occasionally on the left. Wide 9-ish position. Jets are in nickel against 11 personnel, which is what you'd expect. They go 11, we go nickel. So 2 linebackers on the field. So Iguavan goes off, and it's Sherwood and Quincy, and we have the extra DB in there. This is a pass where he attempts to get outside with a jab step and use his swipe technique, which is his go-to move, and it fails. So let's watch him. He's down here. But what I like about it, he at least has a plan. So that's a positive. Now it didn't work. that's the negative. But the kid at least has a plan, and I think what you're going to see in passing situations, he does try to use a jab step to get the lineman out of leverage, and then use his arms to swipe the opposite side of the lineman and get by on the other side. Uh, it doesn't necessarily work all the time, but at least it is a plan. So you got to give him some credit. So here, he's going to jab step right and try to go left. Boom. Or no, actually, he did 2 jab steps. Jab step right, left, and then tried to go right. Right, like boom. Didn't really work, but at least the kid has a plan. You could see him executing a pass rush plan, and that's a positive. Fourth play, this is the second quarter, 11:44 left at the Houston 2, the -2. This is first and 10. He's aligned as the right defensive end. The Jets are in base. 3 linebackers on the field. In a 12 personnel 2-by-2 formation by Houston, this is a run. And I said, doesn't look like he has a plan here. And he gets blocked up pretty good. So this is one of those plays where it's like, okay, what do you do with this as a scout? He just kind of runs into his guy. Now, I wrote down not much of a plan. He just kind of runs into the block and doesn't get off the block. But you can see he has decent functional strength, and look at his arm length that he's trying to leverage. And again, this is against Tunsil, one of the better tackles in the league, not a tomato can in preseason. And he doesn't get blown off the line. He's got some decent strength to him. All right. So those are some positives, but he didn't seem to have much of a plan against that run play, and so didn't make an impact on the play. Okay, so now we're up to the fifth play here. Second quarter, 11:05 left at the Houston 7, -7, second and 5. The alignment is wide 9 defensive, right defensive end. Jets are in nickel versus 12 personnel 2 by 2. Now, why we're in nickel against 12 personnel? Ulbrich loves his nickel. He loves Michael Carter the second. When he's out, it's a big loss for us. Now here he makes a tackle. Now this is interesting. He stops his feet, and this may be the technique they teach him or not. So here's a play where he doesn't know right now, is this pass or run. So he stops his feet. Whereas if he would have kept his feet going and recognized the play better, let's say this is play recognition, he wouldn't have been. He could have been quicker to the ball and maybe made this play here for a loss or 1 yard game. But but good speed, play speed there, gets him, makes a nice tackle. So that would be the coaching point. There would be about play recognition, I believe, and stopping your feet. If Now, if you're not sure, if you can't recognize it, then you probably do want to stop your feet there. But if you recognize it quickly and you know it's a run, no reason to stop your feet and just keep coming and make the play sooner. All right, so this one is the sixth play, second quarter, 10:24 left at the Houston 13, the -13. The line on the left this time is over here. And the wide 9. Jets are in nickel against 12 again. 3-by-1 formation. So when we're in nickel, Olbrecht's thinking they're passing, basically. That's what he thinks can happen. Look at these two people here. A little bit different. And again, he's not getting blown off the ball, but in that case, they ran away from him, so he didn't make a play. But, he's not exactly throwing Tunsil around, but he's also not getting blown off the ball, so this is pretty neutral for my eyes. And, Quinnen got in his way there, but now we're down by the goal line here. Second quarter, 3:25 left at the plus 3 yard line. Aligned at left defensive end. Jets are a nickel against 11, 3-by-1 formation. This is a run. So I don't think I don't think we're going to learn much about him on this play. The guy goes in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon against our bad run defense. Solly Thomas, one thing you notice here, Solly Thomas here, he's got this brace on his knee, and now he's on the injury report for a knee. So looking like he's not going to hold up there. What is Quincy doing here? Why is he crashing so hard? I mean, the hell is that? That is bad technique, Quincy. How the hell does he think he's going to make a tackle like this? He's crashing too hard. It's almost like he's going for the blocker rather than the ball carrier. Go upfield and get the ball carrier, Quincy. What are we doing? Ugh, recognizes it too late and then tries to save it. He makes an athletic move. And if you expect Sauce Gardner to make a tackle, you can forget that. But, you know, at least touched him. But I mean, just forget the blocker. Go after the ball carrier, Quincy. So neutral grade for McGregor here. Negative grade for Quincy, I'd say. All right, eighth play. Third quarter, 5:47 left, first and 10 at the New York Jet 24. So the negative 24 yard line should be the Houston 24, sorry. He's at left defensive end. Jets and nickel 3-by-1 against 11 personnel. Now here he's going to get blocked by the tight end. Oh, sorry. I must have skipped that in my notes. So this is a kneel down play. We're not going to count that. Next one. That's why I had the yardage wrong. This should be at the Jets 24. Yeah, the play. Okay, right. Okay, here we go to the Jets 24-yard line. That's why that was wrong. He's over here. He should be blocked by the tight end. Let's see. All right. So here you see he does a good job. He sheds the block, although it wasn't a meaningful block. Recognizes it's a pass and then chases down Stroud. Does his best he could. Bad pass by Stroud. So this is I'd give him a plus on this. This is a positive. Good play recognition. He sheds the block as much as the block is. Let's see Schultz blocking technique. Not much, just one hand with just a drag hand, so easy to shed, obviously. But recognizes that it's a pass, doesn't get into the traffic here, and tries to chase down CJ. And maybe that pursuit caused him to, throw it a little quicker than he wanted to, and that's maybe why I was off. We don't know, but I would say that's a positive for 91. All right, third quarter, 5:43 left. This is the next play, 2nd and 10 at the Jets, same place. Jets 24 plus 24. Aligned to the right this time. We're in nickel against 11, 3-by-1 formation against a run. This says shows good play strength, and this is a positive. So let's see his play strength on this one. Hmm. Yeah, just interesting. He didn't have an impact on the play, but in this one, he throws Laramie Tunsil to the ground, which is no small accomplishment. So again, maybe this kid really does have some decent play strength. Let's see. Gets blocked, and then with one arm throws Tunsil to the ground. I mean, that's impressive. Laramie Tunsil is a large human being. He's not small. All right. So next play, fourth quarter here, 3 plays left, 8:19 on the clock. 1st and 10 at the Jets 12. A line to the right defensive end. Jets are in nickel against 11 in a 3-by-1 formation. This is against a run. I have fights through double team, but does not get into the play neutral. So this is about motor. Let's check out his motor on this play. So there he is, double team, fights through. Decent as far as motor is concerned. Effort, strain, we like to say. And he's double teamed by the tackle and a guard, still gets through to a certain degree. Well, sort of like a half and half. I forget what they call that, half man or whatever. Decent job. All right, fourth quarter, 7:45 left. 2nd and 7 at the Jets 9. He's aligned as the right defensive end, and the Jets are in nickel, and they're in 11 personnel, 3-by-1 formation run. Crashes down, loses vision. This is a negative play. So again, he's crashing down. Yeah, see, and again, it's almost like they go for the blocker. It's like the man has the ball right in front of you. Go for the ball carrier. You don't have to crash into the blocker. Let's watch it from this angle. I wonder what they're teaching here. Now, obviously, you're crashing down. Here comes a crack block right here. But you don't have to hit that guy. You can, you, you could just cut it upfield, you know. What's going on here? Like, comes a crack block. Keep your eye on the ball carrier. He's the guy with the ball. Just head upfield. Why do you have to go this way? Go this way. He has the ball. Let's go. Like it's almost like he wanted to blow this guy up, so that way 35, the Green Goblin could make the tackle. But you could just go make the tackle, or at least try to. It seems like he's just trying to blow this guy up, so that way Jalen can make the play. And that's kind of what happens. Maybe he gets coached that way, but I don't know. If you see the ball carrier, just take him down. That's how I see it. You don't have to blow up the blocker if you don't need to. But then again, maybe he's coached that way. So I wrote that he lost vision, but again, without knowing the exact way that he's being coached, maybe that's a positive instead of a negative. All right, I think this is the last one. Fourth quarter, 1 minute left. 2nd and 10 at the Jets 12. Yeah, this looks like the last one. Yeah. He's aligned at the right defensive end. We're in nickel, 11 personnel, 3-by-1. Poor pass rush, decent hustle. Right jab step, ineffective. All right, so he's got a plan. He's using the jab step and swipe that he does. Boom, boom. But Tunsil not having it. But good hustle, good motor, good pursuit, as we would say. So I would mark this as a negative because here's a pass play and you got stood up. He gets, good job with having a plan, but that plan, again, did not work. Right jab step, boom, tries to go inside, does not work. So he's actually not, the jab step is not as effective in getting the tackle off leverage there. So what does this all mean, Frank? That's all the plays he had for that game. Well, I think what you see is a young player who has some potential and why he's here. You can see why he's here. And I think, he's probably not going to have a huge impact. Maybe he will. You never know. But probably not going to have a huge impact this year. But this is somebody I think that we could develop. What he really needs to do, in my opinion, is add strength, functional strength. And number one, he needs to probably get 5-10 pounds heavier and stronger at the same time in the off season. And then also just refine his pass moves. He really needs to get a bull rush going. Once he gets the bull rush effectively, which is why you need power and some weight and some strength, a little bit of strength, a little bit of weight. Get an effective bull rush. He has long arms, so that's a good thing. Get the bull rush going. Then you can threaten the tackle either way with your jab. Then your jab step becomes more effective because he doesn't want to get bull rushed by your strength. If he's not concerned about your strength, he's not going to care about your little jab steppies. He's not going to care. He's going to say, well, you can't blow me over anyway, so you can jab step all you want. I can out leverage you. So I think that's what he needs to really do. And if he does that, we may have something. And for UDFA, that's really exciting. So there you go, Frankie Film Room on a Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Please click like. That does a lot for the channel and for the video. And as always, until next time, stay frosty.
Did you know that if you subscribe to this YouTube channel right now, you will get exclusive access to a drinking game called Hard Looks, where you can drink with fellow Jets fans every time head coach Jeff Ulbrich says hard look in a press conference? It's true. Click the subscribe button right now. Oh, please, baby, please.